Hi guys, this is Sadik from Debugging.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to flash the latest OxygenOS 15 based on Android 15 onto your Poco F5. So please take a backup of all the data on your phone and then let's get started. First and foremost, you will have to get hold of Android SDK platform tools. So get it from my guide and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I've done the extraction in C drive, and let me show you these are the files of platform tools. Once you've done the extraction, you will now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. USB debugging is required for ADB command, whereas OEM unlocking is required to unlock the bootloader on your phone. So let's now enable both this toggle. For that, go to the settings menu on your phone, then go to about phone and tap on OS version 7 times. You will get a prompt that you are now a developer. So go to additional settings, developer option, and enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking as well as USB debugging. You will now get a prompt on your phone, checkmark, I am aware of all the risk, and then you have to wait for 10 seconds. After that, tap on OK, and with this, debugging is now enabled. You might get one more prompt, so again tap on OK, and let's verify the debugging connection. So go to start menu, type in CMD and hit enter. After that, copy the location of the platform tools and type in CD for chain directory and paste the location and hit enter, and with this you are inside the platform tools folder. Now first off, type in ADB devices and verify that you're getting an ID. If you're not getting any ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC. Disable and re-enable USB debugging. Tap on revoke USB debugging. Use the official USB cable that came with your phone and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out the USB fixes and verify that you're getting this ID. Once you're getting an ID, your next course of action is to unlock the bootloader on your phone. Do note that unlocking will wipe off all the data, and it might make the warranty null and void as well. If that's well and good, you could refer to a guide and the video and get this job done via the official Me Unlock tool. Once you have unlocked the bootloader, your phone will undergo a reset and then boot to the OS. Once that happens, make sure to re-enable USB debugging once again. Moving on, you will now get hold of the OxygenOS 15 ROM and the Super.img file from this link. Once you have got both the files, so this is the ROM file. Transfer the ROM file in the platform tools folder. Likewise, also transfer the Super.img file inside the platform tools directory as well. So let me transfer that file as well. And once both the files are being transferred, your next course of action is to boot your phone to the Fastboot mode. So for that, type in ADB reboot bootloader and hit enter, and your phone should boot into Fastboot mode in a few seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen and then we'll verify the same. So give it a few more seconds. Now type in Fastboot devices and verify that you're getting an ID. If you're not getting any ID, then you will have to install Fastboot drivers on your PC. We have made a separate guide and a video on the same. You could refer to a guide and get the job done. Once the drivers have been installed, use the Windows X shortcut keys or right click on the Windows icon and choose Device Manager. Then expand the Android phone section and verify that your phone is being shown as Android bootloader interface. So as you could see, our phone is now shown here as Android interface. So this as well as the serial ID next to Fastboot signify that your PC is able to read the phone in Fastboot mode, and we are now good to go ahead. So let's now get started with the flashing process of the latest OxygenOS 15 port. So in this regard, your first course of action is to install the TWRP recovery onto your phone. So we will be using the SKK recovery based on Android 14, but it will work with Android 15 as well. That's not a cause of any concern. So let's get that job done as well. So we are done with the first step. Likewise, we are done with step 2 as well, and step 3 is also done. So moving on with the fourth step, get hold of the recovery file from here. This is the link, and the recovery will look something like this. The recovery file, it should be somewhat here itself. TWRP, this is a recovery file. So copy the recovery file and transfer it inside the platform tools directory as well, and it will only take a few seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen. And once the transfer is complete, it's recommended to rename the file to something shorter. For the ease of convenience, let's rename it to TWRP, and the complete name becomes TWRP.img. Once that is done, let's now flash the recovery file. Since our phone has a recovery partition, we will flash the recovery in the recovery partition, but our phone has both the slot A and slot B, so you will have to flash across both the slots. So Fastboot flash recovery TWRP.img, you may first flash in the slot A and then in the slot B, or combine and flash both across both the slot A and B at the same time using this command. I've given all this command in my guide as well. You could refer to my guide and simply copy paste the command. Let me show you. These are the commands. So simply copy the command. You may also use the A and B command individually or simply flash it at one go. So with that said, the recovery has now been flashed onto our phone, and now you may reboot your phone to the newly flashed recovery. For that, type in Fastboot, reboot recovery and hit enter, and your phone should now reboot into the TWRP recovery, which should take just a few more seconds. And once that happens, we may then get started with the flashing process of the ROM file. So let's wait for a few more seconds. And your first course of action is to transfer the two files, which is the ROM zip file and the Super.img file, onto your phone. So this is the ROM file and this is the Super.img file. So simply copy the file and paste it here on your phone. So if for some reason your phone is not shown here, then you may also use the ADB push command or a USB OTG device if you have. In case of USB OTG, go to mount and check mark mount USB storage, then go to install and then select storage, select the USB OTG, and then you may flash the file using the OTG, or you may also use the ADB push command. The syntax for the ADB push command is ADB push file name, let's say super.img space / and the location on your phone, which let's say is SD card, and the file super.img will be now transferred onto your SD card, which is the internal storage of your phone. Just make sure that the file is there inside the platform tools directory. So as of now, the file will be transferred using this command. So you may either use the ADB push command or the USB mount to get this job done, or simply the USB file transfer, which we are using now. But please do not use the ADB sideload method, because sideloading should only be done using the AOSP recovery and not with TWRP or Orange Fox. With TWRP or Orange Fox, you should always flash the file via the install option and not by the sideloading. With that said, let's just wait for the file to be transferred. So guys, the files have now been transferred. So let's proceed ahead with the flashing of the ROM file. In this regard, your first course of action is to flash the Super.img file. So go to install, tap on install image, select the Super.img file and choose the super partition. This is the super partition, and swipe to flash. The image flash is now completed, and you may now flash the ROM zip file as well. So go back and select, tap on install zip and select the ROM zip file and swipe to flash, and the flashing of the ROM zip file will now start, and it could take up to around 6 to 8 minutes. So let's just wait for that to happen. So guys, this was quite surprising to see, because the ROM flashing took only around 18 seconds, and I guess this was the fastest flashing I've ever seen in any custom ROM. With that said, once you have flashed the ROM, you will have to do a format data. So go to wipe format data, type in yes and hit the blue check mark, and the format data is now complete. And you may now reboot your phone to the newly flashed OS. Tap on reboot system. Do note that the first boot up will take up some additional time. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. From the subsequent time, that will not be the case. Moreover, let's wait for the boot animation or at least the boot logo to appear, either of which will signify that the flashing has been done successfully. And as you could see, this is the boot animation. So we have just flashed the OxygenOS 15 ROM onto our phone. Let's wait for the loading to complete, and then we will have a look at the ROM and its feature as well. So guys, the flashing is now complete. So let's go through the setup screen. As of now, I'm skipping the initial setup process. If you want, you may go online and restore your data from the Google account or from any other device. But for now, I'm skipping all of this. So let's simply accept the terms and condition, and let me skip this as well. And let me skip this as well and accept all the terms and condition, agree, gestures, and that is it. So with this, we are inside the OxygenOS 15, and the wallpapers, this is the exact same as I have seen. So with the OxygenOS 15, there are two new approaches. You could either use the classic OnePlus style or the new one. In the new one, you will get something similar to the Xiaomi style. The notification drawer are together. So with the latest OxygenOS 15, this is one of the major changes, and it's similar to iPhone. If you go with the classic, then it's the same old default OnePlus style, in which when you could expand from anywhere and you will get both the QS styles and the notification. But if you go with the split screen, Then if you do a swipe down from the upper right, then you will get the QS tiles, and if you do a swipe down from the upper left, then you will get the notification drawer. So let me show you the new style. Tap on OK, and if you do a swipe from here, you will get a notification drawer, as you could see, and there will be no QS tiles whatsoever. And if you do a swipe from the top right, then you will get only the QS tiles and no notifications. You may change this action anywhere from the settings menu as and when required. So this is the new change, and this is the app drawer with all the icon styles similar to OnePlus. And there are a few pre-installed Google apps as well. And apart from that, let's access the settings menu, and it's the exact similar clone and copy of the OxygenOS 15. Many of you might not even be able to guess. If you're not sure, then if you show your phone to anyone else, then they might not be able to guess that it's not a OnePlus phone, because each and every aspect of the ROM has been copied till perfection. And this is the wallpaper and style. So let's go there, and these are the various themes that you could choose from. The UI looks quite promising and quite interesting. So let's tap on apply, and the theme has been applied. And you may also go to more themes online. For that, you have to connect to online and then get hold of the theme from there. So I've just changed the theme. As you could see, the theme has now been changed, and it's the new theme. Let's check out some of the other styles as well. These are the various wallpapers that you could choose from and recently used. And then you have a few classic OnePlus 13 wallpapers. Then these are the various live wallpapers. So as you could see from here, let me show you a few. These are the older ones. Some of them are the latest ones as well. Blossom wallpapers. So this also looks quite nice. And let me check out one more. So this is the default one that you get, and this is the black theme. So as of now, let's go with the default one only. And you may change the wallpaper for different home screen and lock screen, or you may keep the same for both. As of now, I'm keeping the same for both. And then you may also change the clock style. From here, you will get the red one color as well. So this looks good to me. And you may also add some additional info, such as the total number of steps counted, and this is the clock font style that you could choose from. This one looks nice, and you may change the font size as well. The thickness of the timing, as you could see, is being changed. Let's keep it somewhat smaller. And this is the color, which is based on the Material UI theming engine, but you could change the color as well and choose any one color of your choice, as you could see from here. As of now, let's go with the theme only. And once that is done, you may then simply hit the apply button over here, and the changes will be implemented. Then let's get back, and Sublime, Grandeur, Sleek. There are various wallpapers that you could choose from, light and shadow. Apart from wallpaper, you have the AOD styles. This is the seamless, and this is the classic one. So you will have to enable the AOD, and this is the seamless, and this is the classic. Let's check out the seamless AOD, and as you could see, it's currently working well and good. Let me first change the time so that the one color looks red in color. That will give us a great theme. Let me change the clock. So one UI bug which I could see is that the swipe keyboard is currently turned off. You will have to turn it on, or currently it's not working, I guess. So let me manually set up the time as well. Let's keep it 1 so that we could see the one color. And as you could see in the AOD as well, let me show you. So it's look quite nice. The color 1, which is the USP of OnePlus, which has been always the case. Anyways, let's get back to the wallpaper and style, and we are looking at the AOD. Display settings, you may choose the information which you want to show over here. The battery or notification, you may turn them off as well if you want, and give it a minimalistic approach, but I like to keep notifications as well. Then you may schedule the AOD timings too, and you may add the Bitmoji canvas. These options were also there in the earlier OxygenOS version. You may add a text of your choice in the AOD. For instance, you may type in Droidwin and hit enter, or you may choose text and image both at the same time to give it a much better outlook, or you may choose from AOD style from the system as well. This will show the active carbon footprint or the animations UI tweaks. Then this is the homeland, and all these are live, and I have seen the ice will slowly automatically go on decreasing and such that. And these are the older OxygenOS AOD style that you might already be aware of, all these 3-4 clocks. And inside that as well, you get a couple of additional options as well. So let me show you some other tweaks now. So now this is the icons pack, which you could choose from the shadow icons, which are completely black, material UI theming engine, pebble style, or you may choose a custom style from here. The shadow one is currently not looking that great, so let me go with the material with the rounded icons. Pebble is also nice, so let's go with that only. And this is the font style. You get the 4 font, or you may also download more font from the theme store as well. The UI tweaks is also there, the various UI color style that you could choose from. These are as you could see, the changes will be implemented across the buttons and the QS tiles as well. So as you could see over here, the changes are being implemented and the colors are being changed. Or you may also choose from the wallpaper color as well. If you want any extra color, then you will have to change the color wallpaper, and then it will pick the dominant color from the wallpaper. As of now, let's go with the default one itself. And edge lightning, it will enable lightning on the edges whenever you receive a notification. There are 3 colors. Let's keep it the blue one only. Then you have a few home screen and lock screen tweaks. You may choose the number of apps to be shown at the home screen. 5x6, 4x5, 4x6 was well and good. Then apart from that, let's check out the double tap to lock anywhere on the home screen. So this is also working well and good. Double tap to wake, we'll have to find that feature and then enable that. Currently it's turned off by default. Advanced visual effect, this will blur the notifications in the back. As you could see, the app drawer, this will lower the transparency effect and add a few blur effect, but that does not look quite nice over here. So let's turn it off for now. And raise to wake, double tap to turn screen on or off. So now let's have a look. This will turn off the screen and this wakes the screen. So the feature is also working well and good. Well, each and every options are working along the expected lines. It is looking more of a OnePlus than the Xiaomi phones. Then you may swipe down on the home screen to access the shelf or global search, or open the notification and quick settings. So as you could see, swipe down is currently opening the shelf by default, and you may change the option as well. And apart from that, we have a few basic tweaks as well. You could go to the accessibility and convenience, split view, display 2 apps for split view with 3 fingers. And then you may also carry out this task from the recent task screen as well. So let's try out this feature as well. So let's open the messaging app and let me swipe up from 3 fingers. And with this, we have opened one of the apps in the split view. So let's open another app, and let's say it's the dialer app. And with this, we are now inside the split view. You may enlarge one of the apps and minimize the other, as you could see over here. So that's working well and good. And you could also simply tap on the side menu and sidebar, and you may add the apps of your choice and then drag and drop the apps from here as well. This comes in quite handy. So you may drag the app from here and place it here, and as you could see, it will place over that. Let's choose do not hide, and as you could see, the calling app is now replaced with the files app. So you may easily replace the apps in the split view from here. Simply drag and drop the app at the top or bottom of the screen, and it will be replaced with that app of your choice, and then you may use the app without any issue. Let me just check one more thing, whether it has that feature or not. So OnePlus equals to, well, that's great to see that the feature is now back. I don't know whether it's just in this ROM or whether it's the OxygenOS default feature. I guess it was now removed from OxygenOS 12 ever since they got with the ColorOS fiasco. It was removed, but I guess this feature is part of this ROM, which is quite great to see. And apart from split view, smart sidebar, which I had just shown you, you may use from here and tap on all and get access to all the apps which are here, the entire app drawer as well. Then you may tap on off to turn off this feature, or turn off the feature from the settings menu as well if you want, but this is quite handy. And one-handed mode, I would take a screenshot, 3-finger swipe down, and it's working well and good. Apart from that, you may also use the power and hold button, power plus volume down to take the screenshot. Hide the navigation bar pill. So when you're taking a screenshot, it will hide all the other things. Let me have a look. So as you could see, the bottom pill and the top navigation bar have been removed during the while taking a screenshot. And then apart from that, there are a few gestures and motions as well. Screen off gestures. You may use these gestures to open the app of your choice when the screen has been turned off. And apart from that, this is the Zen mode. So if more of a D&D mode, you may add a few apps to this space, and during those time frame you will not be able to use those apps. And power button should always be assigned to power menu. I don't know why this change has been made. This does not make any sense whatsoever, but across all the custom ROM and even the stock OS, I have seen this change. Then you may update your software update from this section. And then this is the about device, which is the Poco F5 OxygenOS 15, as you could see. So guys, this was all from this video. This is perhaps one of the most impressive port I have seen for any device and any ROM. With that said, if you still have any queries with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.